My name's Nikki McGlynn and I'm a neurodevelopment therapist and trainer. People bring their children to me or come themselves for a movement programme, and they come with all sorts of issues. I see people who struggle with focus and concentration or emotional regulation, so they have meltdowns or they have behavioural problems or reading and writing. All these kinds of issues I can help with. What's involved in a movement programme? So the first thing we do is a consultation, which is really a bit of a chat to get to know you and to get to know your family, to find out a bit about developmental history. So particularly for children, I need to know things about how was pregnancy, how was labour, and how they were at the very first stages of life. And then we talk a bit about how things are developmentally, so if they had problems with reading or writing or learning to ride a bicycle. And then we talk about more present problems. And then we talk about things like any sensory processing issues. So are they scared of the dark, or do they have problems with loud noises? And then when we've done that, we do a bit of catching and throwing. We look to establish what side they are dominant. So if they're right-handed, they need to be right-handed, right-footed, right-eyed and right-eared. And then we go and test for the reflexes themselves. We look to see about balance, if they know where their arms and legs are when they can't see them. We check things like the spinal galant reflex down the spine. And then finally, we test eye tracking to make sure that they can track smoothly from side to side and up and down. And then when we've done all that, we then look to find the movements that they enjoy the most that they can then do at home. So when we've established which movements they like, so these are usually rocking movements, either from the feet, ankles, knees, from the side, sometimes it's the tummy, sometimes it's rocking their bottom they like the best. So whichever two they like the best, I then teach you, the parent, or if you're an adult, you're coming on your own, then we find movements that you can do yourself at home. And then quite often we'll do hand and foot massage as well, because hand and foot reflexes are super, super important, and they link very closely with the Moro reflex. So that's what we do when you come for an assessment and for a movement programme, and it's lots of fun and not in the least bit scary. So if you think that would help you or your child, then please do get in touch.